All right, well, welcome, welcome. We are here to talk about the spring BOGOs and the BOGO Box specifically. So I'm Lynell Shadows coming to you from the Pacific Northwest, and we are just excited to have the BOGOs. We never know when these are coming. So when they come, we have to act very quickly and scramble and switch everything around because we want to make sure that our existing customers, as well as those who have been looking at essential oils, all have an opportunity to get involved with the BOGOs, because BOGOs is what it says: buy one, get one free. So you will see as we walk through this what this looks like for us for this week, what we know about this week. Every BOGO is a little bit different for us. So we've scrambled very quickly, and I thank my middle for putting together this presentation for us this evening because I was scrambling doing some communications as she pulled this together. So what we know so far about the BOGOs is this is what we have for the week ahead of us. And we know that we have a BOGO box. What a BOGO box is that if you decide, hey, I love all those oils, I want them all, get them all up front in a box. You also get a free Rosemary. So it's another bonus. Like, you're getting all these oils, you're buying one, getting one free, plus you're getting a bonus one with it. So that is the beauty of the BOGO versus getting them daily. So if you love all these, no sense of paying shipping every day, no sense of wasting the materials of having more boxes and things coming your way. You can get it all up front and not have to wait to get them shipped. So those are just some of the benefits for why you might want to do the BOGO box. The first time we saw this was this time last year, which was amazing because, it was March, I think it was April. We had just, the pandemic, the COVID was just hitting, all of us in March, and then April we got this, which was just a really cool thing because they've never seen a BOGO box before. So just to let you know, it is not buying one oil and getting the same one free. It's say, for instance, it's like buy balance, get lavender free, buy citrus bloom, get tangerine free. I don't know what those pairings are. I'm just throwing those out there, but that's how it works every day this coming week. So on Monday, you'll be able to buy the BOGO box if you choose to do this. And then every day after that, I believe that's the way it's working, is that there will be, one of these, you buy one, get one free. So just to give you a background on what that looks like. So what we'd love to do is jump into this. If you have certain health concerns, go ahead and jot those down right away. If you have like your top health concerns, because what we want to do is see if we can't match up like what you're working on with some oils in the BOGO box to see if that would support you. There might be some things that maybe there isn't a good match for, but we will come at it with that lens for you. So we first want to talk to you about 3 cool things about essential oils, because we know some people watching this don't have the familiarity with essential oils. We know some people have already used them too. So this will be a nice refresher for you about the basics that we go through and talk to people about when they get started with our oils. So the most important thing as a mom of 3 is that these are safe. Safe essential oils through doTERRA. They are 100% natural, safe, no side effects, no addictions, no additions. They're absolutely the way that God intended them to be. We get these oils from the plant where they are most concentrated in that plant. So it could be the leaf, could be the seed, the flower, and that's where we extract those essential oils from there. We get the amazing health benefits that the plants do. So the plants have the essential oils give them a protective mechanism, and we get that benefit when we use these essential oils for our bodies and for our minds. We know they are certified pure, tested grade, pure and potent. That is something we are completely transparent. Everything about these oils, whatever you want to know about them, we will find it out. It's out there for you to know, which is really great because I can't say the same for a lot of the essential oils out there in the market that aren't as transparent in their practices. And we just know that there's a lot of adulteration in the essential oil business. And so getting good quality tested oils is crucial so that you can see and feel the difference. They don't just smell good, they do good for you. So the first one I wanted to kick us off talking about that's in your BOGO box is the Tangerine. So Tangerine is a beautiful one. It is a citrus oil that we're going to go into each of these a little bit deeper, how to use them. But for instance, Tangerine, I love the uplifting mechanism of this one. It's just so happy for me. I love to diffuse this one. It's a great one. And I love to combine it with like our Spearmint. Spearmint is a beautiful mint, and the 2 of them together make a powerful blend in your diffuser. So keep in mind though, if you are in a sunny place like Amy is, that you want to be careful where you're using your Tangerine. It's citrus oil, and so it is photosensitive. All of our citrus oils are photosensitive, meaning that if you put them on your skin, it might increase that burn on your skin. So keep that in mind for you. And again, we're going to dive really deep into each of these, but I want to give you just kind of a basis for this, knowing that some people are watching this and don't know anything about essential oils. So I wanted to have that education up front for you. Our second way, the second thing about, cool thing about essential oils is they're effective. So I'm going to let Stephanie talk about this one. Stephanie is a registered nurse, and she gets the chemistry way better than her business-minded sister does. So I'd love you, Steph, if you don't mind just sharing a little bit about the effectiveness of essential oils, how the cell membrane works.
Sure, absolutely. And I'm going to do pretty basic here just for time principle of it. But if you look at the picture, the one wonderful thing about the essential oils is not a lot of things in the Western world cross that cell barrier. So the essential oils do. So they're effective within the cell to help promote that immune support within the cell. So they're more effective than the modern approach of a lot of products out there because they can get into the cell and function as God intended them to do.
All right, so eucalyptus is one that we love. We love the benefit of eucalyptus. This is one that can help just open up the airways for you. Eucalyptus, we know, reminds us a lot of spa-like kind of feeling. That aroma takes us to a spa kind of. So this is going to be a great one. The eucalyptus is actually very good for that respiratory support for us. All right, so they are affordable. So they are affordable, knowing that just pennies per dose. Oops, I'm sorry, shoot. For these oils. So for instance, lavender is one that I love to use in combination with our tea tree oil if I'm trying to support some ear tension. So typically I hear from folks that if you go to the doctor, it's anywhere from $0 to $20 for a copay. Then I hear that if you need a prescription, anywhere from, like yesterday, I heard somebody say $50. So it has quite a range for what you would pay for prescriptions. The reason I point out the copay and the prescription is because it's good to know what that typically costs. If you're going to the doctor for a doctor's visit, I would say, somewhere between $20 and $50 for that visit and for the prescription, versus if I'm working on some ear kind of tension here, and kind of a little bit of painfulness in my ear zone, I would use some tea tree and some lavender. It's only about 64 cents for a dose to treat that. If I go back a second, a third time, like $1.92 versus like that $20 or $50. So I give you that as perspective to show you how affordable it can be to use essential oils, and you'll be able to save lots of dollars per year. So know that we always believe that there's a time and a place for going to the doctor. As we talked about before we got on the call, we know that there's some serious stuff that goes on in life, and we're never here to say, just use your oils. This will take care of everything. But we know that there are a lot of times we can use oils to support our bodies and our minds naturally. The lavender is a great one. This is in your BOGO box too. All the ones I'm highlighting here are going to be in your BOGO box. The lavender is going to be great for soothing your skin, it's soothing your emotions, and it's also great as an antihistamine. So combination of a lemon, lavender, and peppermint is great for the change of season. So if you're one that has watery eyes, runny nose, when everything's blooming and blossoming outside your window, this is one that you're going to love for that. Lavender is one that is calming for the skin though too. So if you have a bug bite, if you've gotten too much sun, if you have an irritation, you have a cut, it's going to soothe the area around that as well too. So our lavender is a Swiss Army knife for us.
All right. Hey, Lynell, just a quick aside about lavender too is one of my favorite stories is with my husband. Thanksgiving Day was cooking. Picked up a hot pan with his hand, not realizing I had just taken it out of the oven. So needless to say, his skin was a little angry. And I had told him put a fractionated coconut oil and lavender on his hand, which he was not really thinking it would work. So within the 24 hours of that discomfort and irritation to the skin was resolved. So he is now a strong believer in it, in the power of lavender.
Yeah, and as I'm going through this, ladies, I know there's some others that know a lot about the oils on the call today too. Feel free to unmute yourself and jump in and share if you have an experience or a story you'd love to offer. All right, so 3 ways to use our essential oils. So first and foremost, I love to talk about aromatic. So aromatic for me is, if I wanted a little pick-me-up, I could have done like some spearmint and tangerine. This is one I love to use, like just, I love spearmint and citrus together, or like, a mint and a citrus, rubbing it together, rubbing it really well, getting some energy flowing here and breathing it in. Kind of, I feel like I should be chewing some gum right now because that spearmint was it's pretty tasty. It's really good. But the other way that a lot of people know about aromatics is through a diffuser. So if you don't know what a diffuser is, there's diffusers for your hair dryers, but there's diffusers for your oils too. You can, this one is not, I think I'm almost out of water here. I didn't fill this one up, but I'm going to show you real quick how to do this. So when you have a diffuser, all you're going to do is take just regular tap water. You're going to fill it up. And there's a little red like line in here. And I always call it the dummy indicator because it's like, any one of us can know how to use that. So I'm going to put in here a little bit of Breathe, which is a great one for respiratory support. So I'm putting a little bit of that in here. And what's going to happen is this is going to help to open my airways for me. This Breathe is going to be in your BOGO box too. So you can see this is all it took. And you can see there's just like a cool mist coming out here. It looks like smoke. And that's what a diffuser is. It's going to cleanse the air. It's going to cleanse my airways, for the Breathe especially. And it can positively affect my mood. So those are just some ways you can use it. I love rosemary in the diffuser as well. And again, this one is in your box as well. Rosemary is a great one. It's great for focus. It's great for the brain, for support. I like to use that with some lemon as well. It's a really refreshing scent in a diffuser in the kitchen. So rosemary you can use in your cooking too. It's a great one to use as you cook. I know, over the holidays, like Thanksgiving, like some rosemary in your potatoes. It's really yummy.
Mm-hmm.
What's also good about rosemary is that when you take it in, we haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm going to give you a little precursor. When you take it internally, it actually could reduce nervous tension and occasional fatigue, which is why one of the reasons why when you use rosemary aromatically, be it in the diffuser or put it in your hands and smell, it actually is conducive for studying. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you. So our first way to use them is aromatically. Our second way to use them is topically. So topically, we're going to use for that area of concern where we want to enhance things. So I love blue tansy. Let's see where it is. I've got mine sitting here. So I love to add blue tansy to my moisturizer. So I like to use this topically. It is quite literally, I'm going to put it here, a drop. Can you see this here? It is really blue. It's like Smurf blue. It's a great one to support your skin. When I put it on my skin, I will probably look a little bit blue at first. It all does blend in. It smells delicious, and it gives you an absolutely gorgeous glow. I love that this one is included in here because it gives people a chance to use it. See, I am absolutely blue. Because it's normally, if you bought this one just wholesale, it's $85, but it's included in your box. So you are saving a huge amount getting it here. And I love because not a lot of people probably have experienced it. The benefits with this blue tansy. We're going to go into a little bit more, but I love this. So I still have blue all over my face, maybe. But it does give you that glow. So I like to use this blue tansy for that. And another one I love to use topically is our Beautiful. Beautiful is one that you can't normally get. It is our blend. It's called the Captivating Blend. And it is absolutely beautiful. I love to use it like a perfume. So I quite literally put it on my pulse points, rub it in, and it is just an amazing blend. It has, lime. I can't read it. I'm like, my eyes are getting worse and worse. Bergamot, frankincense. If somebody else can back me up here and tell me what they're reading online for what's in this, that'd be helpful. Osmanthus. So it's a beautiful one just for like a personal fragrance. Excuse me. All right. And then our third way to use our oils is internally. So internally, I love to use lemon in my water. So I take a few drops of the lemon, put it in here, and I've been known to, just in this instance too, if I didn't have any water for my diffuser, even though I had lemon in here, I'm like double duty. I get to put some lemon in my water. I put it in my diffuser, so I'm able to ingest it and I'm able to breathe it in just the same. So Make sure when you're adding your lemon to your water that you're using a glass or stainless steel vessel. We want to make sure you're not using a plastic container because of chemicals. The chemicals will be broken down by the essential oils. You will be ingesting chemicals. So please do not do that. So that's what we can do. Because lemon is great for the toxins, clearing some toxins in your body, so cleansing your body, cleansing your home. It's a great one you'll use for cleaning too. So you can use some lemon with some water and some white vinegar. And it's a great way to get rid of some chemicals and toxins in your cleaning. We know that there are so many toxins in our house, anywhere from, the dryer sheets to, the chemicals we use, maybe the plugins, maybe some baby powder that we use, around a baby's area. Like there's so many things. So whatever we can do to kind of clear toxins, we love our essential oils for that. Another way you can use internally is you can put them underneath your tongue. So I could take, that lemon, I could go straight underneath my tongue. And I could just, enjoy that taste right away. I could even do the spearmint. That would be great underneath my tongue too. The reason I might want like spearmint is because if I want to have fresh breath, I might use that real quickly, or for digestive support as well. So that's a quick one that way.
I was going to add lemons are really good for sticky goo and stickers.
Awesome. Yes, it is. Thank you for reminding us of that. It's so good. Absolutely. I say it's like your goo. It's like your natural goo gone, so you can use that to remove those stickers. And internal, if you don't like to put it underneath here and you don't want to put it in your water, you can put it into a vegetable cap, which that is just vegetable material. Put it in there and ingest it similar to how you would take a capsule. So we know that this last year has been anything but normal. And so having some oils to help us to soothe us, we know, just as we've talked before, there's been loss of life in this last year. There's been, loss of like health, and there's been loss of jobs and finances. And so having support from the essential oils has made a huge difference in my life. And I think anybody that has used these can really just thank, the oils for what they've done to support them. So one I will start off with is peace. Excuse me. This is our reassuring blend.
On that one, that's my favorite one. So peace is like one of my favorite oils. Sorry, let me turn off my notifications. So peace has it's comprised of vetiver, lavender, ylang ylang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, lavender, and spearmint. So there's a tiny bit of, I'm not partial to mint smells, but it's just a tiny bit that kind of brings out all the other floral smells in it. So I use this one when I'm getting a little anxious, when I worry about stuff. I actually have it going into my diffusers right now. And I take the touch, which, like, if you just get the straight oil, it's super easy to make your own roller balls. But I use the touch and I put it on my diffusing bracelets. But it's a great one if you're just having a day where you're just nervous and worrying about a lot of stuff. It kind of brings you down, calms you down, and kind of just peace. It kind of, gives us this sensation of peace, and everything is going to be okay. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because I've got to admit, like, some of these I go to more than others, and peace is not one that I go to. So I appreciate that, hearing from folks that do use it more than not. And it's not that I don't like it, it's not good. It's just we have so many beautiful oils to choose from. Pam, do you want to share about Roman chamomile as well?
Yeah, Roman chamomile so Roman chamomile has, I don't know if you've ever smelled it. It reminds me of a cross between Melissa and blue tansy. So it's a floral. And Roman chamomile is actually really good. It's an antihistamine. It's really good for the seasonal support. It's another calming oil. It's good for helping with feelings of anxiousness. You can just take a little bit, rub it over your heart, rub it on your feet, rub it on the back of your neck. Also, when we're talking about using the oils for more of like where I gravitate towards more of the woo-woo side, it's good for when you're trying to focus on spiritual or emotional work. Now, this is not scientifically proven, but this is just from my experience. But it's good to help you focus on if you have internal emotional work that you need to do. It helps you focus and get rid of all the other junk in your head so you can focus on where you need to focus. So it's kind of a good one to use when you want to start working on your spiritual development. So, but like I said, that's my woo-woo side. That's not scientifically proven, but it's a great one. Just calming. It's also in our Clary Sage blend, so it's also very good for female support. So,
great, thank you so much. And then I'm going to share about Citrus Bloom. So Citrus Bloom is one that we can't normally get. So we get pretty darn excited when this one comes around again. This is just a seasonal one. So this is called the Springtime Blend. And I think this one smells like sweet tarts. So, I mean, who doesn't like sweet tarts? I don't know, maybe everyone doesn't, but it just makes me happy. It's like, if I could drink it, I would. I'm not going to, but this one has magnolia in it, and it has wild orange, it has grapefruit, and it has Roman chamomile that Pam just spoke about. It is just this beautiful medley of oils, and it has some lavender as well too. So it has this calming with your Roman chamomile and your lavender and your magnolia, but you have the uplifting with the citrus. So you've got the grapefruit and the wild orange in there as well too. So it's just this balance. So keep in mind, as I mentioned with the tangerine, it does have citrus in it. So be careful with this for safety when you're using this one in the sunshine. How I use Citrus Bloom is in my diffuser. And I'll show you our diffuser humidifier, which I've been having running out in my living area. And that's been running all day because it just makes me happy. And then our last one on this page is our balance. So balance is one that is just your grounding blend. So that's quite literally what it's called. This one takes the edge off of things for you, helps you to stay a little bit more calm, helps you to breathe a little bit easier. I say it's like going for a walk in the woods for you. So this is one that as you're, just finding that calm, it has frankincense and it has laurel and it has some hoe wood in that balance as well too. So it's really calming for you. It is already diluted for you and with fractionated coconut oil. So it's safe to take and use directly on yourself. The thing I didn't mention, I went quickly through topical. So when we talk about topical, we talk about dilution. Excuse me. And the reason we talk about dilution is so that you can absorb these oils quicker, more effectively into your system, keeping it safe if you have sensitivity. So I love to diffuse this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's beautiful about balance is it also has blue tansy in it as well.
Awesome. Thank you. I always forget that blue tansy is in that one. All right. So that is that. Just kind of going to that one. I love to talk to you guys too about our amazing supplements. So anytime that you're in a class, you're typically going to hear about lifelong vitality. And the reason we talk to you about that every time is because it is foundational in our health journey and our wellness journey. So having lifelong vitality has helped us in so many ways. And the thing we love about this one is that you have whole foods in it, you have essential oils in your supplements, helps you just to absorb those food and to process it better than some that are just tightly packed into there. These are really light, loosely packed into there. You get that absorption power from the lifelong vitality. If you're one that's tried a lot of different supplements over the years, I can't tell you enough how much of a difference I felt, but don't just take my word for it. Take doTERRA's word for it, for the fact that they will give you a 30-day money-back guarantee on this product. If after 30 days you don't feel any different, any better, it takes the risk out of it for you. So I love that piece about our lifelong vitality. This is just a little bit more about it too. So, those people, people turn to this when they've had chronic pain, when they've need to have more energy, when they're overloaded, they have that mom brain, and they're looking for a consistent solution. As much as we try, we don't have a perfect diet and we're missing nutrients. So getting on good quality supplements makes a huge difference for you. When you're on those mega doses, it hits you like a lead balloon. doTERRA gives this to us in a way that we are able to absorb it in our systems and spreads it out during the day too. So you can see just all the great things. And then on the right here just shows you, the nutrients and how much you would need, in your diet to get all of these into your daily diet. So I don't know about you, but I love broccoli, but 60 cups of broccoli seems a bit excessive to me. 24 cups of edamame, 15 cups of blueberries. So, it's just knowing that we're getting so much goodness from our lifelong vitality. And, although I love these things, not in that kind of volume do I love them. So. All right, let's dive in a little bit deeper on all of these. And you're welcome to take screenshots because this is going to help you to know. And we're going to give you more education throughout the week too in our Facebook group. This will show you how to use these oils in ways that you maybe haven't thought of. So we'll start off with Tangerine. Tangerine is great for, you know, a little bit of a gentle detox. Go ahead and not use that in your water. It's great to support your immune system. It's a great flavor. So, I mean, this is one that I would even add into, like, you know, a glass of Prosecco if you drink alcohol. I love to add a little bit of citrus into my drink as well too. You can add this flavor into cake and cookies. I used to do what did I call it? What was it called? Something. I forget, it was cocktails, and I forget what was the special thing I used to do. Cupcakes and cocktails. Yeah, that's what it was. I was just thinking all the cocktails. But I used to do events where I would infuse like all of my sweets and my appetizers and my drinks all with essential oils. This would be a great one for that one, those sort of occasions. Again, use this with peppermint, use it with spearmint. It's a great little pick-me-up. So yeah, and it's great with frankincense, great with lavender. I love the combination of a lavender and a citrus at night too. That's a great way you use your tangerine as well too. So if anybody else has anything.
I was going to say, my daughter-in-law said to use it with the soda stream. So it's just carbonated water with tangerine. She loves it.
That's a great idea. In fact, you know, that made me think too. I haven't been making it in a while, but I was making my own kombucha, and I was using, you know, the essential oils to flavor my kombucha as well. Tangerine was definitely one I put in that mix. Let's see here. So we'll go to spearmint. So spearmint, I don't know, anybody have ways they love to use spearmint? I kind of, Steph, I know spearmint is one of your favorites. Do you want to share anything about it?
It is. 2 ways that I like to use it for, well, 3. Under my tongue for breath. I like to add a couple drops to my brownie mix. For me, it's a little bit lighter than adding peppermint to my brownie mix. I love the flavor of that. And then the third way I like to do it is I like to do spearmint and lime in my diffuser. Just an uplifting, wonderful blend together. Love it.
Yum, that sounds really good. I hadn't even thought about putting it in brownies. That's a really nice idea. And so, you know, again, we've got diffused with wild orange, but I would, you know, because you're going to start off with your tangerine, I would put your tangerine and spearmint together as well. It's going to be a great one. I also use it in a cooling spray. So when the weather warms up for you, or if you're having your own summer because you're having hormones, spearmint would be a great one to help to cool your body down as well too. So it's a good one to use in that way. All right, so our eucalyptus I mentioned earlier, it's a great one, you know, create that spa environment and put a little bit in the back of your shower. So you'll put a few drops back there as the steam gets rolling in your shower, you're able to breathe that in. It's a great one. You can also just take that in your hands, breathe it in too. It's purifying, it freshens the air, it helps you in your, like, you know, with your sinuses too. So eucalyptus is a great one to open you up. You can combine it with a lemon and peppermint in a spray. Like I said, you can use that for not only cooling yourself down, but you can clean surfaces too with it. Would be a good one. This is one you can inhale with rosemary. So we talked about rosemary. We'll talk about it a little bit more here too, but for that mental clarity, so combining the two is really nice as well. All right, lavender. So lavender, we've spoken a little bit about. It's our Swiss Army knife. This is a great one for, you know, diffusing at night, whether it's, you know, we have a restless baby or we have a restless adult. This is a great one just for calming things down. I love to use this for kind of a sweet dream spray. So you could use your tangerine and your lavender together and spray your linen for your children, or use that, you know, to even just spray your dog to calm your dog down too. You can use this one in your bath. Lavender in your Epsom salt bath is a great way just to give yourself that soothing relief. Add this one to your dryer balls so that you can put your dryer balls in there. I know, Amy, do you want to share about dryer balls? I know that you have a strong opinion on the dryer balls now.
Yeah, I'll never use dryer sheets again. Now that I've been using the dryer balls, I don't actually use lavender. I use On Guard and I use Airex for Breathe. But basically put a drop of the oil on, I use, depending on how big the laundry size is, if it's a full load, it's like 6 of the balls. I put different drops on the 3 different balls, throw it in there, and I'm shocked that they don't stick together. They aren't wrinkled and they smell so good. Even if you've left the laundry, if you've been anything like me and you're super busy, you leave a load of laundry in the washer, maybe 1, maybe 2 days. And then you, instead of having to redo it again, you just use that On Guard and throw it in with the dryer balls, and you don't have to worry about having to rewash them again. Well, I know that dryer sheets too, if you have animals, my veterinarian told me they will kill your dogs. I mean, the 130-pound Great Dane almost died from liver failure because it ate a dryer sheet, a used dryer sheet at that. And so I've been so panicked because I have 3 dogs that I've worried about them getting into the dryer sheets, and now I don't have to worry about that. The dryer balls are the only oils they have are the essential oils, and it's not going to kill them. So very good.
Yeah, I love to use lavender on dryer balls, like if you're doing your sheets or your towels, like, so, you know, you want just that calming feeling. So just go ahead and put that in the dryer with your sheets.
So going to do that the next time I do my sheets. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, that's something, if you don't mind,
go ahead.
About lavender.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
So a couple years ago, going back to what Stephanie had alluded to, a couple years ago, I was taking oils out to one of my new customers, and I was making a cup of coffee to take with me on the road, and I have a French press. So after the coffee was brewing, I went to go push the thing down to, compress the grinds at the bottom, and the lid flipped off, and coffee went all in my face, hot, just prepared coffee. So I immediately went and grabbed my lavender. I put it on neat because I was afraid of, I wasn't sure if like putting an oil on it was going to cause it to, the burn to spread around, because it was like on my eyelids. It was like right here. So I put lavender neat on my face, and it immediately started cooling the burn. And the redness, the redness wasn't there. It was still irritated. So I drove out to drop off the oils to my enrollee. And I walked in, I was like, is my skin like bubbling? And she's like, no, why? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just burned my face with coffee.
Wow.
So the lavender immediately, and the next day, after about an hour, the burn, it stopped, the burning sensation stopped. And I didn't have any adverse effects. It didn't look like my skin had even been touched. So lavender is one of those oils that you want to keep in your first aid kit for sure.
Yeah.
Lavender is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so good. Mm-hmm. Put it in a laundry room, put it in your kitchen, put it in your purse on the go. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, for dogs too. I mean, I know that, again, I'm going to go into the dogs. Sorry, I don't know how many people here have dogs, but I have found, I got that great book, Spoil Your Pets. And one day, Sparty, my 75-pound pit bull, came in limping. Don't know what he did outside, but he was limping. And I thought, oh Lord, I'm going to have to take him to the vet. And I immediately looked up, and it said to use lavender. Of course, you have to, with animals, you have to use a lot of the carrier oil to dilute it. And I did that, let him smell it first. He was okay with it, then rubbed it into his shoulder. Literally, he fell asleep rubbing it into his shoulder. And then I put it on his paws, the front of his paws, so that when he laid back down, he was inhaling that. The next morning, no limp whatsoever. I'm not saying that cured him, or that, I don't know if I would have, I don't know. But the fact is, I did not have to go to the vet and pay $130 to tell me that he had, pulled a muscle or whatever. And he was super happy. And now he's very, very happy with lavender. Both my dogs are. So that literally saved me that one day.
Yeah. And I love that about it. So, there's many kids and there's many dogs, and, amongst those of us who love our oils, and the safety for not only humans, but little humans and fuzzy friends too, is really powerful. So Breathe is a mainstay for most of us. So Breathe is a great one that we're excited is in the box as well too. So this is our respiratory blend. So in addition to your eucalyptus to open up the airways, your Breathe is your go-to. This has peppermint, eucalyptus, some lemon, cardamom in there. It's a great one to open the airways. So again, diffusing with that is a great one. Rubbing it on your chest. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So if you're getting the box, you might want to consider dropping in the fractionated coconut oil too. So that you safely out of the box, you can start using these, diluting them. So that's what I would do with the Breathe. I would take it and I would rub it across my chest, my back, maybe the bottom of your feet. If you have somebody that snores in your house, you're going to use Breathe for that as well. If you're having just extreme sinus issues, you're going to use that here, dilute them. Make sure that you keep out of your eye zone, that you keep around here, so that you keep those oils out of your eyes. I love to use Breathe too. So if you have extremely, just your head feels like it's going to explode, put a couple drops in a hot mug of water. Just drop your head over top of it, shut your eyes, and breathe that in through your nose and your mouth. put a tea towel over too, and you can actually just breathe that in. You know, it's funny, when my littles were little, you know, I would say 5 minutes, like, is it 5 minutes yet? Is it 5 minutes yet? And so, like, just give yourself that opportunity to open up your airways. It's a great one to use before and after exercise to open up those airways too. So if you're going for a walk, if you're going for a run, this is going to be a great one for you too. Again, you could use this one in the back of your shower, similar to eucalyptus, to open up those airways for you. And again, you can combine it with your lavender that's going to be in your box as well too, to open up the airways and to help you get sweet dreams. Our rosemary. So rosemary, Lori, did you have anything else? I know that you were focusing on some rosemary. Do you want to share anything else beyond what's on the slide here? Might not be available now. That's okay. I'll keep going on this, and she can jump in when she can. So this is going to be similar to what, you know, Lori had already shared, like, you know, nervous tension, occasional fatigue. This is a great one. Again, combine it with your tangerine and your peppermint or spearmint, which is going to be in your box for that focus and energy boost. So those 3 would be a great one in your diffuser. You know, so do that for your studying. It's a great one also for your shampoo and conditioner. It's really powerful to use your rosemary in that. So you just add a couple drops to that stuff. Do you have experience using the rosemary in your shampoo conditioner?
Actually, I'm sorry about that. I had something come up. I can speak to
I
this
use
a
it.
little
I was
bit.
going to say I use it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Please
go
share.
ahead, Maxine. Share what you got.
I put the shampoo in my hand, and then I put a drop of it in there. And I use tea tree once a week too.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And I've used it as just a flavoring. Like it says, with adding the 1 to 2 drops, it's been fantastic especially in meats. So
yeah, I love to use our. Go ahead.
No, I'm just curious. No, this is Amy. I'm just curious that number 10, apply under nose with basil after a long trip abroad. Why would it be? Does anybody know why that would be in terms of a long trip abroad? Why that would be good?
Because the basil is really great for if you have like adrenal fatigue going on and you're just exhausted. So I'm thinking about that, like that long trip abroad means you're changing time zones, you know, maybe multiple ones, and so you're just completely exhausted. Is why the rosemary and the basil together.
Okay,
it
got it.
Just with that jet lag too, for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, curious. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Rosemary is another good one to use in your garden too. I use it in some of the insect repellents blends that I make. And it's also, insects don't like the smell of herbs for any of you that do companion planting in your gardens, but that's a good one for insect repellent as well. So.
Awesome. Good. I love it. I love all the minds together. All right, blue tansy, I'm going back to you, Lori, because I know that this is one that you were chatting about that you were focusing on as well too.
Yeah, I mean, just in addition to what we see about inhaling it from your cup cans, because it does help calm you down. It helps with blemishes. You can also make, which Stephanie was excited about seeing a little earlier before we got on, making an after sun spray with that helichrysum and lavender, and that'll be so soothing and so moisturizing to the skin. I didn't know applying to the chest or under the nose for respiratory support was a good thing for blue tansy, but that does kind of make sense because blue tansy is found in deep blue, and deep blue definitely helps. And that kind of speaks to the next point of massaging into the temples for head tension. So blue tansy is one of the components in deep blue for those of you that use that for your muscles and such.
Yeah, good reminder.
And you've already talked to the point earlier about adding it to your moisturizer directly to blemishes. That's what I was going to mention. Massaging the abdomen for occasional indigestion. Beautiful thing about this is that for those of us who may have digestion, and that's not one of our favorites, blue tansy is a very good alternative for that. I prefer that, to be honest with you. It does, help soothe those skin irritations. It's really good with anything like scratches, dry skin. I love using blue tansy. It's got such a good smell to it. It does turn you blue like Lynell showed earlier, but if you use it with your moisturizer, you're fine. Diffuser jewelry, it helps, give you kind of a soothing sensation as you're going through your day, especially if you have a very trying day. So,
Yeah.
and it does, when you diffuse it, it does help boost that confidence.
Yeah, this is and we can go deeper, we could go for hours, but there's an emotional support element to our essential oils as well too. So like our blue tansy is the oil of inspired action, which goes to that confidence. Do keep in mind though, if you are diffusing the blue tansy, you're probably going to wipe out your diffuser a little bit more too, just to make sure that you're getting that out of there. Make sure, and I try to remind you guys monthly, that you're going to put a little bit of water and a little bit of vinegar in there into your diffuser to kind of clear out all of that too, so that that's staying for you in there. All right, so Beautiful Touch, as I mentioned, Beautiful Touch is one that we can't get very often. We see it upon occasion. It is one of my favorites. I love to use this one for perfume. It's just this boost of confidence. I always talk to you about, how to use these. I'm thinking about the oils that are in there as the individual ones, like that frankincense, great for just the mood support. And like I said, there's grapefruit, there's, oh gosh, I can't read this, osmanthus and lime. I think there's lime. Is it lime? Hold on.
Magnolia.
Yeah, lime is there. Magnolia, thank you.
And yes,
so it is one. Yes, it is such a yummy one. It smells so good. I just love to use this quite literally like this. I put it where my perfume goes. I mean, if you want it for the confidence, go right over your heart space. You can also use it for your sacral chakra, however you want to say that. Layering it, is a great one just to give you that balance and intimate relationship. So thinking about your oils that are in there as your singles. You could roll it on your child stuffed animal again. So this is one that they're kind of squeezing onto, like they smell. If it's going to be a good thing. You're not spraying it, cleaning it with something that's going to be toxins that they're going to be holding up close to them. It's great for again your pulse points for stressful feelings as well too. So this one we love because we can't get it very often. So I do admit I have a couple stashed from when I could get it the last time, and it is in my to-go bag as well. Lemon we've talked about. Our lemon is a great detoxifier. This is a great one you can use in your smoothie. You could put a lemon tea. You could do some chamomile in your tea as well. We didn't mention that. Maybe we're getting to that next. I forget what order we're in. But again, it's your cleaning. You could diffuse it with your spearmint. You could diffuse it with your lavender. It would be a great combination. You could have refreshing your towels if you just want to have that kind of like wake me up kind of feeling. You could put some of that on your dryer balls and in there too. And as Amy mentioned, or someone mentioned, as far as the stickers, it's a great one to take that off there. So if you have stickers, if you have your inspection sticker, things like that, your crayon, you have stains. I love that I can use this for when I have stains, I forget what it was. There was something that like right after we got some chairs in our kitchen, my daughter, it was fingernail polish. That's what it was. I was really happy when that happened all over. And so we're using some lemon to try to clean that up as well too. So lemon is one that you're going to use in so many ways. It does come from the rind of the fruit. So it does have that more of like that lemon zest flavor because it's intense. So you can use that in your cooking. I use lemon a lot in my cooking. So if your cooking calls for a quarter cup of lemon juice, I take a quarter cup of water and I add a drop or two of lemon oil to it. And there you go. You don't have to have your lemon juice anymore. Peace. Pam talked about this one, just these calming feelings that come over us. This is a great one if you're going through this reassuring blend just for support. It's a great one for sleep too, when you start to think about the oils that are in that blend and how they can help you just to soothe yourself. It'd be a great one for in the Epsom salt bath too. Great one for meditation and prayer. So many good ways to use this one. We say on the bottom of your feet, at bedtime too, it's just another absorption point. So you can, if you want to use them topically, you can do it that way. You can put it in the diffuser as well. Citrus Bloom, yum, yum, yum. Just think sweet tarts. It's just a good one. And it's a great one. I think just it's happy. You can put it in your lotion. You could put it like a linen spray. I mean, it'd be great to, spray over your linens as well too. It's just a happy one. I can't say enough good things about our springtime blend. We've had this for just a couple of years now, and it's a very happy one. Room and chamomile. Again, we talked about sleep. We talk about stress. When we think about room and chamomile, we talk about putting it in our tea, in our bath. You're seeing some that are repeating. And as Pam mentioned earlier too, using it during your menstrual cycle. It is part of our Clary Calm blend that we use as our women's blend. So that's why, when you start to break down your individual oils in a blend, it helps you know how to use them. You can, again, combine this with lavender or some copaiba, put that in your diffuser for calm your feelings. And this doesn't have to be just used at night. Keep in mind, if you have a lot of anxious feelings and you have some big deadlines, you have some stuff going on at work, You can do that just to take the edge off too during the day. And it's not going to let you go to sleep on your desk. Balance. Balance is a great one. This is one, again, I use in so many ways. This is a grounding blend, another one for stressful, anxious feelings, great one for sleep. It's one, you know, if you follow me enough, you'll know that I talk about my now 8-year-old when she was 2 years old, and we used this a lot for her terrible twos. I still have terrible twos, and I'm gonna hit 50 this year. So I use it all the time. It has some frankincense, it has some balance, or howood, laurel. What else is in that? Is it a helichrysum? I can't remember what else in there, but it's a really calming one for you. As I mentioned earlier on in the presentation, we do have some diffuser combos going on still this month. So this big one on the right was what I was talking about, that I have my citrus bloom going on out in the living area. I love this one because it will go up to 22 hours. So if you're wanting to get a diffuser in addition to the BOGO box, you can grab one of these diffusers and then get more free oils. I mean, it's like, you know, I feel like it's the price is right and open this and you have more free oils, but it really is powerful. So for instance, the big diffuser humidifier comes with On Guard and Breathe, and the smaller Lalus comes with Wild Orange and Peppermint. So Wild Orange and Peppermint are not in your box, nor is On Guard. The Breathe is in there, but you can't have too much Breathe, in my opinion. I use this for the airways. I even used this in the fall whenever we had the smoke and lots of issues out here with burning fires around the area. So how do you BOGO? So whether you are an existing customer or whether you're wanting to get started with your BOGO box, we can help you with that. So if you're an existing customer, you can place this as a standard order. You can place as a loyalty order. I always recommend placing, you know, as a loyalty reward order because you get your points, you get more things back for free for you. So you have to remember that this is just one day only for the BOGO box. You cannot save that in your box. When you put it or in your cart, you put it in there and you buy it right then because it is only one day only. It will not allow you to save that. So you must process, you know, hit process now for that. If you're starting off, the great news is with this BOGO box, you do not pay anything beyond that to get a wholesale account. Your wholesale account gets you 25% off of retail, and that you get right off the bat with this BOGO box. So if you loved what's in the BOGO box and you said, I want a diffuser or I want a deep blue rub for aches and pains, you can add that to that, and those are 25% off. So you definitely want to pay attention to the numbers. If you are buying the BOGO box or if you are buying individual ones, there's typically a maximum amount. I think that it's 5 for this, but in the daily, there might be different amounts. So, you know, you can get the BOGO box. Again, the benefits, you get everything up front. You don't pay shipping more than once. You're able to save on, you know, the materials that's used, and you get everything right now versus waiting all week. If you decide, hey, I'm not sure I want all of those, you can still order them individually on the day. But again, you have to process them on that day to get that BOGO of the day. If you're watching this and saying, hey, I know a lot of people that could use this, talk to whoever invited you to this event because we do offer these great keychains. So if there's oils we've talked about that aren't in the BOGO box and you want, we can actually add those to this great little keychain for each person that you invite to a class. We will able to get you that as well too. So just talk to us and let us know how we can support you and your community. We typically see 3 types of people: those that love to live the wellness lifestyle, which we all want to live our healthiest life; those that want to share these oils and get their oils paid for, get free products; and those that want to use this as a business opportunity. And so we support every single one of those, and we see every single one of those within our group and our community. These are just some of the reasons why people love doTERRA, really one of the leading essential oil companies in the world, because they're trusted, they're pure, and the retention is there. Doctors and nurses worldwide have seen the benefits that we have, you know, talked about with our oils. They've seen it firsthand, and they definitely use it in those areas. We are debt-free, and we have an incredible leadership team. Sorry. So I wrap this up with saying the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. And it's our job, and we take it very seriously, to educate you, to share with you how to use these wellness essential oils and products in your life to feel and be the best you possible. So if you have any questions, I'm going to turn it back over to you guys, and I will stop recording after guys have talked. If there's anything you don't want to share, I can hit stop recording now.
a question. So
Yeah.
I was late, sorry. So you
That's
need
okay.
to get the whole box and all of
Mhm.
them on Monday, or they're going to be individual throughout the week? Is that it?
Yes, that's correct. Yep. Absolutely.
And do we know what's going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, Friday? Do we know?
We know all the oils because we have all the oils in the oil box. We don't know the pairing, so we don't know what's coming which days. So we will know that. I typically, to be honest, I know it the night before I go to bed because I'm here on the West Coast. So I find out, like, typically around 11 o'clock here because it's midnight Mountain Time. It's 2 o'clock for you guys on the East Coast. But doTERRA doesn't announce it until the actual day of, and then you have just that 24 hours to purchase it.
Okay.
Can I just talk about math for a second?
Yeah.
because the BOGO box has got so many oils on it, and they only typically do it Monday through Friday. That means that there's going to be some buy one get two free. So it'll be instead of buy one get one, it'll be buy one get two.
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you, Lori. I haven't even thought about that. So yeah, that's
Doing that quick.
yeah. So I'm not. I think it's just the BOGO box on Monday, and then I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, that's your 5 days. So because we've got some really heavy hitters in here. The blue tansy is like $85 alone. Roman chamomile is like around $50. So there's some expensive ones in here. So you're going to buy one of these and get like 2 free. Good
Do
point.
you have any idea the cost of the box yet?
Oh yeah, sorry. The cost of the box is right here. It's $189.50.
Which is awesome because if you add up all the oils there, it's a total of $173 savings.
Yeah, it's a really good bundle. And we've seen these in the past where there's been ones where I have to scratch my head, and honestly, I'm like, how do you use that one? Like, because they're not ones I use, but these are really strong oils that they have in here that are going to be good staples in your house, and for your stressful feelings, for sleep, for your breathing easier, for your energy. I jotted some notes down here, some happy feelings, for feeling refreshed, focused, feeling beautiful, social and connecting. Like, think about how many things I said that you can use in your food and your cocktails. So if you're getting comfortable having people maybe out on the patio, like, I love to entertain, I'm really missing my people, but this is a way to like infuse some happiness in your cooking and your beverages as well too with this kit.
Lynell, can I ask a basic question?
Yes, of course.
Okay, what are the best ones to use on your feet? Whether it's for the BOGO Box or not.
Yeah, so you can use any of them on your feet, honestly. So the reason we used to say in the past is that we would say use them on your feet because, and I probably, when we met Karen, it was probably, we were taught initially that you had your largest pores and your absorption was there. We've learned that that's not really the truth. It's just another place that you can put them on your feet. If you're looking to hit your organs, think about your foot, like think about your middle section of your foot. This is kind of where your organs correspond to your feet, like from a reflexology standpoint, you can hit there. But the good news is you don't have to know exactly where to put them. Put them anywhere in your body because your skin and your fascia is your largest organ. It's going to absorb into your system within about 20 seconds, hit your bloodstream, 20 minutes, go throughout your whole body. So I like to not complicate it too much and say, like, put it here, because like, if I put it here versus here, is that going to be okay? Yeah, because it's still going to absorb into your system.
Great, because I put everything on my wrists.
Yeah. No, it's a go-to. I do that a lot. I do my pulse points a lot, and I do like my forearms because there's a lot of absorption here. I do the creases of my elbows, like, because I've learned that from this woman, Desiree Mangendong. If you follow her, she talks a lot about those points. So that's kind of my go-to, and it's easy. Sometimes I already have my socks and shoes on. I can't get to my feet, so my arms are here, and I can usually get to them.
But one of the things I say with the feet too, because there's some oils out there that I simply am like, I'm not really a fan of the smell, but I really like the benefits that it provides my body. So I'll put them on my feet. I can't smell them. I put my socks on and I go and do whatever I need to do, but it's still working. It's absorbing into my system and I'm still getting the wonderful benefits of the oil.
Yeah, I just got to tell you that my dog loves it no matter where I put it. She wants to lick it all off me.
and that's the great thing too. Is like, you don't have to worry what did my dog just ingest? It's safe. These are from the earth. These are where these oils come from. So we don't have to worry about like, oh gosh, the dog licked up after I cleaned up there. Like, if you use healthy things to clean your house too, then you don't have to worry about that your dog getting into chemicals they shouldn't be into.
For me, myself, and I, when I am trying a new oil, I will put it on my feet first because I have very sensitive skin. And if if I put it on my wrists, and it's very sensitive for me, myself, and I. That's why I throw it on my feet. And I'm also with Steph. Sometimes I don't like the smells. Like, it took me a while to get used to rum and chamomile, but I definitely like it better now that I've been using it, and because I love the benefits of it. But I did start off with my feet before I put it anywhere else.
That's a good point. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So
Go ahead.
they call it a BOGO box mainly because it's got all the BOGOs from the week. It's not really a BOGO box. I mean, like, it's BOGO box because you get all of them for free, but it's not like the same as a BOGO box for the other days, right? Because it's not a buy one, get one. It's just get the whole box of what the BOGOs are going to be for the week.
Right. So it's, yeah, you're not getting a box and getting a box free, if I'm following you. But yeah, you're all of the oils that are in there. We're calling it the BOGO box because you're getting it all up front. Like in the past, like I said, like we saw this in April of last year was the first time we saw BOGO box. I guess we saw it maybe 1 or 2 times after that. But it's just getting everything up front in that box. Like, I was like, oh, we're getting a special box, a container. Like, it's truly like it's a cardboard box. So don't get excited that you're getting a container.
But this particular one, in the BOGO part of the box, is actually the rosemary. You will not get the rosemary for the rest of the week. You will get all the rest of the oils. You'll get buy one, get one, buy one, get two. But rosemary is only offered when you get the box.
Yeah, good point.
Okay. And then another question. I want to say that it's not like the box that came with the ancient oils, which is a gorgeous box, by the way.
Yeah.
But, so my next question is, so I'm going away. This is the first time I want to take oils with me. I'm going away. Can you suggest a set of oils that you think I should bring? I guess it's personal. It's personal, but what should I bring with me? I don't know which ones I should bring.
Yeah, I mean, I would think about, what are the ones you go to all the time? And then I would throw in the one-offs. Like when I went to, gosh, I forget where we were. I think we were skiing over Christmas. I needed some tea tree oil. Tea tree is not like I thought I would need, but that's a really great heavy hitter for skin. Like my daughter had something going on her head. So like some lavender, some tea tree oil. I would do like, I travel with a diffuser. So I'm going to get like some balance or adaptive in there for my diffuser. What else am I going to use? Frankincense is go, because frankincense, if in doubt, use frankincense. Like, it's so versatile for you. So yeah, it's going to depend some breeds. It depends on what climate you're going to, where you're traveling to, what you're going to need. But we can talk about that too. Yeah,
lemon for water.
Yep, something for keeping your hydration up, especially if you're flying too. If you're getting hydrated or going to different elevations too. I run into that when I first used to go to Salt Lake City. I would just have this extreme head tension. And so peppermint would be great, or some frankincense for that head tension too.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and I used the little diffuser you gave me today. I went to have my nails done, and I sat down and I went like this. And the woman who's doing my nails, she smiled. I could tell because her eyes crinkled up because she's wearing a mask, but she smiled. Yeah. She didn't say anything. Then I got in the car and I diffused because I, just come from there, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. All right, ladies. Well, if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to stop recording, and we will have this available for those of you that want to share this with other people that couldn't join us tonight and want to, learn. Then I'm going to stop sharing here and hit the stop.